When people are released from jail, they have the responsibility to appear in court. But some of these people choose to go on the run.
They go back home to mommy.
And that is when these guys come into the picture. So sit back and listen to the Off the Hook podcast with Chad and Rob.
Very fine people on both sides.
These are real stories, but the names have been changed.
What's going on, everybody? Got a special episode today, and it's me, Rob, with my man Sal over here. What's up, Sal?
Hey, what's good?
Oh, man, same old shit, different day, baby. You know how it is. So, this is funny. I've never done this. Well, Chad's sitting next to me, and now I got you. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Where is he?
I don't know. So, right on, Sal. So, Sal, let me go into how I met Sal here.
That's Dana.
That's Dana. That's the Dana. I think she asked me about getting a skip down here. It was a 50,000 down here, so I got him, and I flew him up to Cleveland, Ohio. This is when Sal was living up there.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm from Cleveland.
And I met up with him. I talked to him on the phone a few times.
Well, we worked that one guy. Remember the one guy that was doing the cable sales? Oh, what was that guy's name? I remember it was a transfer bond from down here to up there.
Yeah, I don't. It's been so long ago,
But
man.
we ended up figuring out that we figured out. So we had a cable.
Oh yeah.
We had a cable guy that was working with us, and he figured out where his baby mom was using cable. So we got his address from the baby mom because of the cable guy. So we went to the house and picked him up, and then we brought him back down. That's how I met you, because we kept talking on the phone about it.
Yeah. And I think Matt was with us
I actually transferred him to Matt in West Virginia.
Yeah.
That was
Speaking of West, that's what this episode is about.
This is the West Virginia
It's about
episode.
fucking West Virginia. So Sal has moved down here to the great state of North Carolina, and he has a farm. So I go to his fucking house. He's got fucking goats, chickens. He got a fucking donkey.
Yeah.
You still got the donkey?
No, the donkey's gone. The donkey was mean to the goats, so we had to send him off to live with somebody else. But that was,
I'm gonna fix your microphone. All right.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So so like total city people have had no idea what I'm doing with animals, and I got goats and chickens all over the place.
Hey.
So.
Let's get you a little bit closer here. Get you back in frame. There we go. All right. So, and he's got 2 children, and they're getting big from the last time I talked to you.
Yeah.
And your little girl, is she out there wrestling the goats yet?
She feeds them. She's like, she's about 4 now, so she's about to be 4 in October. But she's getting talking, playing, she's funny.
That's awesome. And so I saw Sal a couple weeks ago at a bar that I regularly go to on Friday nights. We do karaoke there, and my good friend Jason Jackson, buddy, if you're listening to this or watching us, hello, I'm giving you a big shout out. He's in the entertainment industry here in Wilmington, North Carolina. He does everything for weddings. He's got a band. He sings. Karaoke, whatever. So he does it at his little bar called Lux Tavern in Castle Hayne, North Carolina. And it is so funny. When I go in there, it is hilarious, the people that are in there.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
It's a good crowd, man. And we have a good time. We always have a good time. And it was good seeing Sal at night, because I was like, dude, we got to get you on the podcast.
Absolutely. I was like, yeah, I've been watching it. So I was like, hey, cool, man. Let's tell some more stories.
Fuck yeah, because we got a lot of them. So let's see here. Let's see if I can find this real quick. But until then, it is story time. Here we go, baby.
Rabbit did it. I can tell stories. Got too much to tell. I can tell stories. Too much to tell. I can tell stories. Got too much to tell. I can tell stories. Got too much to tell. I can NBC.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're good to go now. So, all right, story about West Virginia. It starts off in Cleveland. Well, it starts off actually in Myrtle Beach.
It starts in Myrtle Beach. That was we're calling them Twitch.
Twitch.
Is that Twitch?
Yeah, Twitch.
All right. So this is your bond. This was your bond.
Yes, it was a small bond too.
Yeah,
it was
like a $1,500.
$1,500 bond.
But it's the principle. It's the principle that counts.
Yeah.
So we go to Myrtle Beach, and we're looking for. We figure out this is where I think it's his wife's mother, because
Yes.
he married a chick down in Myrtle Beach, and Chad had been doing like social media and figured out like this is his new wife and this is where they're at. So we kind of figured out from there like this is mom.
And look. So listen, I never let girlfriends co-sign, but for
Bad
some
news.
fucking reason I did. Look, man, I'm not on my game every day. Sometimes, I'm not thinking about it.
I mean, this shit happens, right? So, but yeah, so we go down there and we find mom, and we're like, let's go talk to mom. You know what I mean? Mom is completely trashed. We walk in and she's just like completely hammered, shit-faced, puking all over the place. Remember? She's like,
she's fucked up. She's been drinking a lot
all day. So we're like, we walk in and we're like, hey, where's your daughter? She's like, I don't know, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she like runs off. We hear her retching in the bathroom, and me and him are like, this is nasty.
She left her phone
She
open.
left her phone out though, so I'm like, yo, Rob, look, her phone's right there. So we start going through her phone real quick, and there's a PO box that she had sent a care package to in West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia, yeah.
And it was in like McDowell County, West Virginia, which if you've never been there, it's like the hills.
Oh, I'm gonna say. Let's see if I would do. Keep going.
It's the middle of nowhere. I mean, Welch, West Virginia. It's what do they call it? The Independent Republic of McDowell. Anybody that's ever been to West by God, it is in the hills. So we figure out this is where the town is, where we got to go. So like we had another hit we had to do up in Cleveland. So we go up to Cleveland. We hit this girl. We bring her back. And we meet the bondsman in Beckley, which is right outside of where this is. So that's kind of how we end up.
I got something for you.
With Chevy Equinox EV.
Chevy Equinox is a good vehicle. That's a very safe, economical vehicle. Chevys, buy American. There you go.
So sorry, I'm trying to get it to play for you here. Hang on.
Are we doing it? There it is. I think I literally saw this guy where we were. This guy was there. Like, it's him. Like, that was the guy that was on the porch in that house by the yellow car.
Oh my god.
That's him.
That's him. I swear to God, we saw this guy.
His bucket of moonshine and a Slurpee straw, like he was going at it, man. Like,
yeah, and the same guy with a smile with no teeth.
yeah, he was there. I'm telling you.
I swear to God, don't he look like Joe Biden?
That guy was at the gas station. Like, he was like the one they had. So like, Joe Biden don't know where the fuck he's at. He's still on vacation. Nobody knows. He's hiding somewhere. Him and his cackling hyena of a vice president. They're somewhere.
She was at DNC. I don't know if you saw it the other day.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched him screaming at everybody like, I did so much for the country. I'm like, yeah, you fucking shoved it down the toilet. Good job.
Don't keep playing this shit.
That's what happens when you elect a potato head. Anyway, so I can't believe we're playing this. So it was a dark and stormy night in the Hatfields and McCoys. Oh my God. Listen, like, we were in the middle of, I can tell you, the fucking middle of nowhere. Wow. This is really happening. This is us driving down the mountain. Like, shit, watch out, there's a cliff.
All right, I gotta stop it. I'm over here dying. I'm crying laughing. oh God.
So, anyways,
All right, so once we leave Myrtle Beach from drunk mama,
yeah, drunk mom gave us the address because she was too drunk to take her phone with her. So we end up going to Cleveland.
hold on. We come back and we kind of regroup and said, because we had to make plans. And Sal called me and goes, "Hey man, I got a girl I got to go pick up in Cleveland. Know where she's at." He goes, "I'm gonna drive up there." And I had something going on. I had something else going on or something.
You had another bond you were working on. You had another pickup you had to do. So we were both like you were gonna work yours, I was gonna work mine. Then we were gonna meet in the middle.
Yeah, and I flew up there.
Yeah, you ended up flying up the next day. So I found her.
And you picked me up. You picked me from the airport, and it was cold as fuck.
Oh, it was snowing. Yeah, it was freezing cold.
Fuck Cleveland. Fuck y'all's weather
Cleveland.
up there.
Like, I'm from Cleveland and fuck Cleveland. So like it was cold. It's too cold. So we go up there and we figure out like this girl's living with this guy in a hotel. So my buddy
with her kids.
Yep. And my buddy's a deputy up there. Mm-hmm. So when I showed him the picture that her kid put on Instagram, and I'm like, "Yo, where is this?" And he's like, "Oh, that's the Red Roof Inn." That's right. That's the Red Roof Inn. It's right on Lorraine Boulevard. Shout out to my buddy, by the way, Ryan McClellan. He's a deputy up there in Lorraine.
Thank you, sir.
Good man. So he tells me where to go. He's like, "This is where you want to look." So we go, okay. So I go up there.
You've been watching it.
I've been watching it for a day.
You've been watching it for a day until I got up there.
Right. And I saw the boyfriend come out, and then I saw her come out, and I'm like, that's it. There she is. So we knew. You know what I mean? We just didn't know what room. Then you got up there. So that was the next day. And then when you got up there, we walk in, remember? And the guy's like, "Hey, man, which room is it that they're in?" And he's like whatever number it was, like 105 or whatever.
Yeah, it was first floor.
It was first floor.
The manager was cool with us. We were leery at first, but they were really
they were
cool.
down. They were about it. They were like, "Get them out of here. Like, they're trouble. So get them out of here." So we're like, "Okay, look, just go into the door. Tell them there's a problem with like the pipes or something. Like, you got to check the pipes."
Yeah. And I get behind you, right? So Sal's in front of me, and the dude's knocking on the door, and I'm behind Sal, and we had it already planned.
Yeah.
So as soon as that door cracked open, the manager was going to step out of the way, and Sal was going to bum rush the shit out of that door. And let me tell you, when that happened, I thought Sal took the whole fucking door out.
Oh yeah, it was a good hit. Like, he opened the door, and I was just like, boom, hit the door. This fucking thing. This guy, so we're not even looking for the guy. I don't know who this guy is. He like tries to run across the room, and hits the wall like he splats into the window. He's like, pow.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote.
He sees like a little cloud of dust, and you just see him running. He splats against the wall and falls on the ground. He's got his hands over his head.
I got him on the floor.
I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? Like, what's your problem, man? Are you all right? Like, what's going on?" And he's like, and the girl's sitting on the bed. She's looking at him. Then she looks at us, and we're like, "You, like, you're the one we're looking for." He's still laying on the ground. So we're like,
and we thought that was weird as hell. Going, why would he try to run through the fucking window?
Right. We're like, this is what this guy's fucked. Like, what's going on with this guy? Because he literally was like getting ready to get arrested, and we're like, "We don't know who you are. Like, we have nothing to do with you, bro." And he's like, "Oh, well, okay, cool. Take her." So we so we grab her, and we're like, "Let's get out of here." So we get his information because he's there. We're like, "Hey, man, what's your name?" And he tells us. And then we start driving, and she's like, "Yeah, just leave my kids with him. He's cool. That's my baby daddy." So we're like, "Okay, cool." You know what I mean? Because the cops don't, in Ohio and Cleveland, they don't help. Like, they do not get involved. So we're like, "That's cool. We'll take you. The kids are fine. Everybody's safe." She's like, "Yeah, that's fine. We're good." We start leaving.
And we get to Beckley, West Virginia. That's where we meet the bondsman.
Right. We start driving south, and we're meeting with the bondsman in Beckley. And the whole way we're driving, we're like, "This is fucked up. Like, something's wrong. Like,
something's weird.
The story's not making sense anymore. The more she talks, the less it makes sense." So I call my boy back, and I'm like, "Hey, man, check this dude out. Like, there's a guy over there. Like, I don't know what's going on." I call him, and I give him the information. He's like, "Oh, dude, he's got like felony warrants everywhere."
Yeah, out of North Carolina.
Out of North Carolina.
Out of North Carolina for like robbery or some shit.
Yeah, he just wasn't out on a bond. But he had like probation violation or parole violation warrants, and like we were like, cool.
So he was in NCIC. That's how they could tell, which is the National Crime Index that we've talked about previous on the show. And they looked him up, run his information through it, and then find it. And
yeah, they found him. So they go up and they arrest him. And then remember, the kids ended up in foster care. They went back to the family. Like the family actually lived down here in North Carolina. So they took the kids and brought them back to North Carolina, took him. So basically we busted up the whole room. Like everybody ended up back in North Carolina. But thank God, because those kids didn't even know who that guy was, apparently.
Yeah. So
now we're in West Virginia.
Now we're in West Virginia. And I know my guy is up in West Virginia because Chad has been looking online, and after talking to mom, we kind of put two and two together. So we got two good sources telling us.
And she's got pictures. Remember, Chad was feeding us pictures of her outside of this like house. And
so
like,
Chad's in the background working this thing. Like he's sending us information left and right.
It's definitely a team effort. Like everybody's got to have their part, and everybody's got to move together. And like Chad was doing all like the groundwork like online, so he's feeding us pictures
because
while
we ain't got service for fucking shit up there.
You couldn't even make a phone call. Like I'm trying to call my wife and I'm like, I can't. Like I can only talk to you like once every 15.
We have to go
hours.
to the top of the fucking mountain.
Yeah, like hold up, like I got to drive like 15 miles to go talk to you. So
we get to Beckley, drop her off. We go to Mullins. That's where it was at. Mullins, West Virginia.
I remember it was somewhere outside of Welch.
Yeah, it was right outside of Welch.
Welch Bluefield area. Like,
and so we get there that night, and we meet with the police department. We talk to this detective.
That was the chief. That was the chief.
Yeah, that was the chief.
That was the chief. It was like a one-cop town. It was like 3 cops in the whole town.
Yeah.
And like it's like real little. He's like, I don't know who these guys are. Like I've never seen them. We're like, that's okay.
But remember, they're like, if you go down and talk to the little store down there,
like go talk to the store because they know everybody.
Yep.
And it's like the one gas station in this town.
Dude.
I'm telling you, man, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
It looked like The Walking Fucking Dead.
It did. It was like it's that area, you know. It's coal miner land.
So we drive back to Beckley that night and get a hotel. We get up early the next morning because we're tired from. I've flown from Wilmington to Cleveland and then arrested a girl and then drive back down to Beckley and go over to Mullins, which is 45 minutes, and then back to the hotel all within 15, 16 hours.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long day.
It was a long day.
I mean, we were just on the road constantly. So we get this hotel, we chill out. And the next morning we go out and we're like, let's go check out this like gas station thing and see what's going on. We walk in, we're like, hey, you ever seen this guy? And the lady's like, stays with that guy.
Yeah, he lives up on the side of the mountain. I'm like, yeah, where at?
Yeah, she's like, oh, he lives with that guy. So remember, this is when me and you, now like, listen, these roads are like this big. You're on like one side's a mountain, one side's a cliff.
Yeah, and the Hatfield and McCoy trails are going through this town.
Right. Like you're in the middle of nowhere, like middle of nowhere. But this lady, like it's small town West Virginia. So anybody that comes out of nowhere, everybody knows who it is. Like
and everybody drives side by sides.
Yep, side by sides and 4-wheelers everywhere.
So it literally, we were there for how many hours were we like kind of talking to everybody in the town. I mean, it was ours.
It was a day. It was a whole day.
It was almost a full day.
Yeah, talking to people, but different people. But we never like. So like the way we work is we try to stay low key as possible. So we look like this so that like we blend. You wouldn't know who we are.
Well, we wouldn't blend because we had our fucking teeth.
You're right. And then there's that. Then there's that. Like, so West Virginia, man, you gotta love it. So like we walk in and like people are talking to us and they don't know who we are. Like they think they don't know what we're doing. We remember we had the one drug dealer we talked to. We made him think the guy owed us a drug debt.
Oh yeah. A little old man in like a little Ford Ranger.
The little white car. He had a little white car. Remember? And they're like, that guy steals to everybody. And we're like, yo, man, this dude owes me money. Where's he at? And he's like, yo, man, check out this hill. He like lives with this guy. That was the guy who told us he's in the Raptor.
Yeah.
He's like, that guy drives a red Raptor or like an orange Raptor.
And we talked to the cops too about that drug dealer guy. They're like, yeah, he does it all the time.
Yeah, they didn't care. They're just like, yeah, he deals like dope and like oxys. Don't worry about him. But like, he'll know your guy.
Yeah.
So then we roll up on him and we're like, how do we approach this guy? Do we approach him like we're cops? Do we approach him like we're bounty hunters? Do we approach him like we're, drug dealers? We're like drug dealers. So when we walk up, we're like, hey, yo, man, dude.
Man, I'm scratching my dick.
Yeah, we're like, yo, man, this dude owes us some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tell me where he's at. Like, let me deal with my shit. And we're like, I'll throw you some money if you do. And he's like, man, the dude he stays with drives in a red Ford Raptor, and he lives up on that hill.
So we haven't, like, the mountains there are big. So we got an idea of the mountain area that everybody's pointing to.
Yeah.
And finally, we were We found the address.
We found the address for the guy because the cops told us. They were like, we've arrested him before. The last address for the arrest was here, and they gave it to us. So it's like up the hill. So we go up the hill. We don't see the Raptor, but the neighbor guy was like, they're a pain in the ass. He'll be back. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
So we told the cops, are like, well, confirmed. Like, yeah, those guys are staying with him.
So there, I'm gonna pause it for a second. We're getting this information. Now, we don't have cell phone service in this town.
No.
You have to drive 20 minutes up the mountain to the top of the mountain in order to get service.
Yeah.
And it's getting late, and we got to check in with, wives, girlfriend, check on kids, make sure everything's going good, calling Chad,
Right. Because he's feeding us information, too, and he's going, what's going on? So he wants updates, and we're trying to give him, but, like, literally there's nowhere you can stop and call somebody.
Nah.
Like, you literally got to drive 20 minutes up a hill to get any service. It's like it is the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, just like the music that was playing earlier.
Just like that music, and
I'm telling
that guy was there. I'm telling you. So, so we go. Wait, hold up. So I'm thinking now. So now we go. So the shithead tells us, he's like, the neighbor tells us the shithead that so they got a big meth thing going on.
So we go to the house though. We found the address and we go there first before.
Right. But nobody was there.
But nobody was there. But they were inside at the time.
They were, but they didn't see us because they're all smoked.
Yeah.
So, but like in the meantime, Chad's sending us pictures, and we're looking at the pictures. We're like, that's that building, that's that car,
yeah,
that's that house, like that's that tree. I think that squirrel looks right. Like we're like everything matches the pictures that he's given us. So we're like, we're here. Like this is it. But it's a third party address. We can't just bust the door. So we're like, we got to see him. There's nowhere to sit.
And we've got a license plate now. We've got the make and model of the vehicle. We've got everything we need now. And so we go back up to the top of the mountain, call the cops.
And we're like, this is what they're driving. This is where they're going to be.
Yes.
And the cops are like, cool, we'll pull them over for you.
So we're waiting. And I know we don't have no service. And all of a sudden we get service and you get a voicemail.
I got a voicemail from the cop and they're like, hey, we have him pulled over right now. And like, because because I think he was like a suspended license or whatever. So they had a reason to stop him. So they're like, yeah, we got him stopped. Like, we're right here. So we like drive really fast to one spot where I got service. I call him back. They're like, yeah, we're holding him for you. Like, we're talking to him, but we can only hold him as long as we can write the ticket.
So I'm telling you, that Dodge Ram was getting it, buddy.
Oh, yeah. We were fishtailing all over the mountain. We're like, you know what I mean? So
I'm hanging on for dear life. I'm going, fuck it, if we roll this, at least we roll it down the mountain to where they're at.
Right. It's like it's a win-win. Like, we just got to get there. So as we're pulling down,
the cops are letting them go.
They're literally in the process of letting them leave, and they're starting to pull off, and we're just like, nope, I don't think so.
We straight up Tupac their ass.
Oh, yeah, we did. Because we look just like this. Like, you can't tell who we are. So we, like, literally jack him. We're like, get out of the car, dude. And he's like, oh, okay, what's going on? And we're like, come here, we want to talk to you. So we start talking to him. He don't know who we are.
You take him off to the side, and I take the girl off to the side. And we're talking, and the cops are watching us. And we're talking, and so we waved the cops over.
Yeah, and because the guy said there's a gun in the car, there's dope in the car. So we told them, we're like, hey, listen, man, they're telling us there's guns and dope in this car. And the cops are like, is that true? Is there guns and dope in this car? And the guy's like, yeah.
So I remember looking in the console and finding a nice pistol.
It was like a 45. It was like a 1911.
So I hand that to you, and then the cops, we're talking to her. We're talking to the girl after that. And we're like, hey, where's it at? And she's like, I'm not talking. And I remember looking at the lady police officer there.
Yep.
She was like new. And so we're looking at her, and I'm like, search that bag. And they're like, well, we got to have consent. I'm like, we're looking at her and going, you better give consent. And she goes, yes. Finally does.
Well, she tells them, she's like, yeah, there's dope in the bag. And they just pull the bag apart, and there's like bindles of heroin, like
needles,
more and more. They just keep pulling it out, and she's like, she's gone. So like she's like, they take her away, and then the guy's like, listen, man, is there anything I can do to get out of this? And we talked to the cops. We're like, listen, if you let him come with us, it takes care of our problem. Like, just let him work with us.
I mean, you're gonna get this guy again anyway. He's going.
He lives right there. So we're like, come on, man. Like, if you just give us a little play here, we can get rid of our guy. We can do our thing, and then you can charge him later. They're like, that's fine. So they're like, so Rob jumps in his truck.
And I'm scared to play. I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker, I hope he don't fucking run off the mountain or something.
We clear out all the guns, and like, so he's riding with the bad guy, or with that guy. I'm riding behind, and we got radios, so we're talking to each other because there's no cells. So we're just like talking on portable radios, and we're like, take us to the house and let us in. If he's in the house, let us know. And he's like, yeah, he's there.
The guy hands me the key. He was cool. He was
cool about it.
He hands me the key to his house. I said, you stay in the truck, and when I get out, Sal's already going to be. He's parked around the corner. He's already going to be halfway through the yard by the time I get out the truck. So that way, if they saw us coming in the house,
there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go.
And he's just going to open the door for us anyway. So the only thing they're going to see is him coming in his truck.
Right.
They don't know.
So I unlock the door, open it up, and all the lights are cut off. I start flipping lights on because, you
can't see shit.
You can't see shit.
It's middle of nothing.
And so Sal's out right outside the front door, and I said, all right, I'm going in. So I go in, and I search his little office area. It's clear. Living room area, it's clear. And I see, the guy tells me in the truck that they were upstairs.
He said they're upstairs, yeah.
So I see the stairway, so I get to the bottom, and I flip the stairway lights on, and I'm poking my head out around, and I've got my gun out, because you don't know what the hell.
Oh, yeah, these guys are, you don't know. These guys
They're
are
meth heads.
Crazy.
So I'm picking around with a flashlight and a gun around the corner, looking upstairs. I said, come out with your fucking hands up right now. I said, I swear to God, I'll shoot you.
I'll come
and
hands.
I see 4 hands going, stop, please. We're giving up.
This dude belly flops on the ground. Like, literally, he just falls out of the room. He's like, down.
Yep.
Like,
and then I radio for Sal. Sal, come in, I got him. So Sal comes in. We jump on top of them both. We get him in handcuffs. We let her go. And
that was his wife.
Yeah, that was his wife.
That was his wife.
The co-signer.
Yeah. And she's like, so come to find out, though, like, she's been trading sex for rent. Like,
oh, my God. Why? I guess the husband watches?
The husband watches, and he was okay with it. He's like, look, let us stay with us. We can stay here as long as she's, giving it up to stay there. Oh. And they were, like, cool with that. And, like, they had just got married, like, within 6 months.
I think this dude is... I believe this guy is known for this.
Yeah.
Because
the girl he was with originally in the truck was doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so, yeah, this is his thing. Like, he just takes advantage of these young girls and, like, uses them for whatever and then gives them product or gives them a place to stay. That was like what he was doing. So we arrest this guy. And he's like, yo, can you take her back with us? We're like, no, man. We're like we don't have any room.
Fuck that.
We're like, no, there's a truck. I mean, this is what it is, man. You're going to jail. I got nothing with this girl. So she's staying here. She's fine. She's safe. We're out of here. So we put him in the car. Yeah, twitchy. So he just took a massive rip on this meth pipe right before we arrest him. So he is.
Oh, he's moving around.
He's completely geeked.
He's moving around like this in the truck.
Oh, my God. He won't sit down. He's just going back and forth. And me and him are like, oh, my God. Fucking
but
guy.
Sal's about to fucking lose it, bro. Sal was like, if this dude don't fucking stop moving in my back seat, I'm going to kill him. I'm going, yeah, I know, right? What the fuck is his problem?
So we're like, mind you, now we're like at the bottom of West Virginia. We're an hour through Virginia, right to North Carolina. So we're not driving him back to Wilmington. There's no fucking way.
We dropped him off at Mount Airy.
We dropped him off at Mount Airy
at 3:00 in the fucking morning.
We're like, get him out of the car. Get him out. So we shove him, and like literally, you just keep hearing like handcuffs like clinking around, and he's like rolling around the back seat, and he's yelling about his wife. He's like, I hate that bitch. I hate her, but I love her and I love her. And we're like, oh my God, dude, just be quiet.
So, do you remember we were fucking with him though on the ride back going, well, at least she's getting taken care of.
Oh, he was like, yeah, I know. Like, that's how she pays the rent. I hate that. I hate her. But she's such a good woman. I'm like, oh my God, dude, this dude's
what kind of meth? This is meth the fuck up.
This is meth life. So like, so we drop him off, and then we're like, cool, let's get out of here, and we're done.
I think we stayed the night in Mount Airy because we were fucking exhausted.
Yeah, we did. We got a hotel in Mount Airy, and then we were out.
And then we came back and you had to chill out for a couple of days after that because that's a straight adrenaline rush for hours and hours on end.
That was a good hit.
And then you're walking around watching your booty hole because you're in West Virginia.
In West Virginia,
you don't want to squeal like a pig.
I got love for West Virginia. I lived there for a little bit. It's a different place.
It's pretty.
It is pretty.
It was some pretty area, but when you get into them hollers,
oh, forget it,
man. Dude, we were driving through. I remember us driving through, going, "The fuck? There's nobody here."
No, man, it's just like you're driving for 20 minutes, you're on the side of a mountain, and there's a trailer. And you're like, I wonder who lives there. And like, man, no, forget it. It
was horrible.
It's a different kind of place.
Oh, man.
Good hit, though.
Yes, that was the story of Twitch.
Twitch in the West Virginia hills.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, I do not ever want to go back there again.
No, never.
I don't know if, like...
Not a vacation spot.
I don't know if I feel safer there or in Albuquerque.
No. Like the war zone, Albuquerque, the war zone.
Yeah.
The war zone's pretty bad, but at least you got cell service to call the police. Like this place is like, man, you're in the middle of nowhere. If you're on your own, you're on your own.
If they see you go have a toothless guy here playing a banjo, good telling you to
if you need the police there, it's like smoke signals. Like, like we got to do something to call somebody. Like there's nothing we can do. Like,
oh, that's awesome. Well, Sal, thank you for coming on, man. This has been awesome. We've had some good captures together. And we've had some good laughs. That's for damn sure. Sal's always a good laugh away. So, Sal, appreciate you coming by, brother.
You know it.
Appreciate you. Let's meet up at Lux here soon. It may not be this weekend because I'm still moving, but probably the next weekend we'll get back out at Lux. I'll get you on stage singing with me.
Oh man, you want to hear a horror story, man? Like, let's see that. Record that one.
I'll get him there. Come on, you should have been a cowboy. You can sing with me. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this is it for this episode with Sal, Big Sal over here. We thank you. We love you. If you want us, you want to comment, like offthehookbail.com. That's a website. You can see us on all streaming platforms, Apple Podcast and Spotify and others. You can go to our YouTube channel and see us and see this big guy over here. With his accent over here. I love it. I just love the accent.
That's the Cleveland Inner-City Guinea.
Yeah. The Off the Hook podcast on YouTube. But until then, we love you. We mean it. Peace. Love you, mean it.
Later.
You've been listening to Off the Hook with Chad and Rob. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And be sure to follow us for notifications for another exciting episode. But in the meantime, you can go to our website at www.offthehookbail.com to see more. So until next time, stay out of trouble, or it'll be you that needs to get off the hook. See you soon.